allowing no easy shots, trying to be disruptive, maybe causing some turnovers that can lead to easy buckets.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Nestled among the peaks of the Rocky Mountains, we're in the beautiful city of Denver, Colorado. It's the Western Conference on display, featuring the Minnesota Timberwolves. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, Karl Anthony Towns.
Outstanding, D.A. Thank you. There is no shortage of athleticism in this one. Both teams, Doris, can simply outrun you, rise above you. But now they face each other.
What's better than watching high flyers face off? Who is going to put down a poster dunk in transition? Who is going to be on the highlight reel on the gift that you see over and over? Electric athleticism. Let's tip it up, Kevin.
Absolutely. Tip-off goes to Denver. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So on the floor for Minnesota, Teague is at the point with Wiggins at the 2. Butler and Gibson, the duo at forward. And it's Towns in at the 5 spot.
And love seeing Murray take it strong to the rack. A phenomenal finisher inside.
They get it back. Here's Towns. Lays it up and banks it in.
I'll tell you, this guy does some tough work on the glass. Battles as hard as anybody for those second chance opportunities.
Here's Millsap, and Millsap slams it in.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Now here's Wiggins. Towns dishes to Gibson. Millsap with the steal. To the paint, here's Jokic, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far. And Nikola Jokic came late to the game. He actually grew up horse racing. Finally started playing organized hoops at the age of 16. You never know it, though, one of the most skilled big men the league has to offer.
To the middle. Oh, good on that one. And the Nuggets going the other way. In the corner, it's Harris. For the 3. The rebound by Gibson. And Jokic, Greg, said he was a fat point guard until he got tall.
Well, even now, Kevin, Jokic, not the most chiseled physique, but the point guard background makes sense. His playmaking for a center is off the charts. Andrew Wiggins, the #1 overall pick back in 14. Great bloodlines, the son of pro athletes. The game just seems to come easy to him.
That free throw, no good. You know, Greg, the game comes so easy to Wiggins, but some say he needs to be more assertive, more aggressive. Do you see that?
I mean, high expectations for a player that was taken first overall. The length and athleticism should enable him to impact the game in so many ways, but, you know, his motor doesn't always rev high enough to take advantage.
For Minnesota, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. A minute 50 left to play in the first. Murray against T. Murray, good.
Love how creative Murray is with the ball, just dribbling through defenders like it's nothing.
T kicks to Butler. Shoots over Barton. And it's Butler missing.
And something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Yeah, that's not a good example right there. You could have worked it around to get a better opportunity.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
And that's not the type of defense you want to play, right? You've got to make it more difficult than that. Layups are too easy.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota.
And with the playmaking in Denver's front court, point guard Jamal Murray is free to hunt his shot. Very comfortable playing off the ball.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Plumlee is checked in for Jokic. Trey Lyles comes in for Paul Millsap. Porter's checked in for Will Barton. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Harris. Minnesota also making some changes. Gorgie Dang's checked in for Gibson. And it's Rose in for Jeff Teague. And you look at Jamal Murray's assist numbers, he's more like a two-guard.
Well, he's kind of a combo, 6'4", 6'5"-ish, but you can't have enough shooting, and he's got a quick trigger.
Down low. And stolen by Thomas. Murray, the pass to Porter. Here's Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint. Now here's Towns. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. From deep, Rose. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Thomas deciding where to go with it. The shot, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Eight seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Jang. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
They're going to switch the call. There is no doubt in looking at the replay that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to take another look at it. I know some folks don't like how replay slows the game down and interrupts the flow, but when you have it there, you got to use it.
So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Nuggets lead by 2. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. All-star big man Karl Anthony Towns is hungry to maximize his potential.
I want to be the best player who ever played, and I feel that I could do that. I think I have the God-given talent and the God-given abilities to make it happen, and I have total confidence in myself every single day. I wake up that I could be the greatest player who ever played. I know if I continue to put the work ethic in and continue to do all the little things I need to do, I could find myself in that conversation. But, you know, obviously I got to learn every single day and never take no days for granted.
His coaches, Greg, and teammates love hearing that.
And how can you not? I mean, that kind of drive is special. And with his tools and potential, hard to put a ceiling on just how good he can be.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
I love the fact that they're getting so many of their points at the rim. Just a solid first period.
Well, Greg, playing bully basketball on the block. Every opportunity they've wanted at the rack, they've got it.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
How about Karl Anthony Towns, guys? At the age of 11, guess how tall he was? 6'3". So it was his goal to develop a complete skill set all the way back then. Boy, how about that? Ahead of the game in terms of the NBA.
Lyles out there with Plumlee. Then it's Porter. Then it's Isaiah Thomas. And it's Murray in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. Thomas, it's a wide open look. It's rebounded by Towns. Minnesota in the lead. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Paul Millsap is an all-star forward whose dedication to the game is reflected in his year-to-year improvement. He said, the drive to the gym is where I find my peace, getting my mind prepared. I come with the mindset of getting better. It's gotten me this far. Kevin?
He is a true professional. David, thank you. Shot clock at 5. Rose goes in. Good. Rose has got his first points in this one. And talk about the mindset nowadays. Kids like Towns growing up not content to just play in the paint.
That's exactly right, Kevin. His father would divide their workouts into 2 halves. The first was face-up, dribbling, perimeter shooting. The second half of that workout, the interior, footwork, mic and drills, finishing over either shoulder. Boy, that's a pretty smart dad.
There's Rose with the 3. Rebound by Murray. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. Left side, Porter. Over Butler. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Jimmy Butler.
And the athleticism and size of Porter creates problems for the defense. Hard to guard without getting physical.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Jokic has checked in for Plumlee. Millsap comes in for Trey Lyles. And it's Will Barton in for Jamal Murray. Taj Gibson's checked in for the Timberwolves. Teague comes in for Rose. With the analysis, the defensive impact becoming more advanced, Doris, do you think that helps defenders gain recognition even when they're not putting up numbers in individual statistical categories?
Well, think about a recent winner of the Defensive Player of the Year, and that's Draymond Green, whose value becomes into sharp focus, particularly in the fourth quarter of games, when it becomes a possession ball game, and Draymond Green is flying around the floor in help defensive position, covering up for teammates' mistakes. I absolutely think, Kevin, increasingly because of the advanced metrics, that players can be defined outside of points and rebounds. So I love the impact of the numbers.
And that one's good by Porter.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
Timberwolves trail. Teague finds Jang. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Butler with the ball. Now guarded by Porter. Outside Gibson. Three-pointer. Butler. Here's Jang. A beautiful reverse layup. Jang's got the game tied up here for Minnesota.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And the foul called on Tyus Jones. That's his first foul. Denver making a switch here. Harris is checked in. Minnesota also with the sub. Andrew Wiggins, he's checked in for Jones. Here's Millsap. No good off the back of the rim. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. And Butler gets it to go.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Harris kicks to Millsap. Pass to Jokic. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Jokic has got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, boy, it never gets old watching this guy go to work at the offensive end. He's so gifted.
And it's Wiggins missing. The Nuggets have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Yes, 3 of 9. The Nuggets shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
That free throw good from Barton. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for the Timberwolves. Rose comes in for Jimmy Butler. And he makes both free throws.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Wiggins kicks to Towns. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only one shot.
Well, you want to see this from Karl Anthony Towns. He's got the size, the length, and the touch to take and make high percentage shots.
And here is Thomas. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
The Nuggets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That free throw missing.
Well, Isaiah Thomas has spent his whole life proving doubters wrong. At 5'9", this guy plays with a huge chip on his shoulder.
He hits the second from the line. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Nuggets ahead, leading by just 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the...
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at...
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me are Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Please, a hand at home. Clap. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
Well, I think they're feeling the energy of this hometown crowd. Sometimes you get a little complacent and comfortable in your surroundings, but no, they fed off adrenaline in the first half.
How about you, Shaq? What'd you think about Minnesota?
Well, a lot of their points came in transition. They dictated the pace of the game. It was a fast pace. Put the defense back on its heel.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for...
The lights of downtown Denver shimmering in the background as we welcome you back to the Mile High City and the Pepsi Center. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been quite a game for Gorgie Jane.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
I think you can look to specifically the patience and the shot creation. Really solid effort.
Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. Gibson plays the 4 with Towns in the middle. Wiggins and Butler make up the perimeter. And it's Teague in at the point.
And Jimmy Butler, something of a quirky character, has a ritual whenever he's at a grocery store of paying the person's bill behind him. Doesn't care if it's 99 cents or 2,000.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first foul. Outside Teague. Five on the clock. Here's Gibson. Yes, that goes in. Gibson's got the first bucket of the third here for the Timberwolves. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Murray against Teague. Murray surveying the D. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Murray's got 6.
And even at 6'5", Murray just elevates high inside for these buckets. A high percentage shooter down low.
And it's Wiggins missing. Denver in the lead. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Teague. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Teague's got his first bucket in this one.
And another lead change. The fans are really getting their money's worth here tonight.
Well, this is what they pay to see, right? Competitive, close games are simply the best to be involved in.
Doris, for rookies, beyond skill, what attributes do you think they need to have an early shot at success?
Yeah, I think one of the things that you always wonder about, and one of the great players in history, Kevin Garnett, talks about the impact that other older players had on him. Sam Mitchell, when he first arrived in the league, they taught him the work habits necessary to succeed at a high level. basketball. So the first thing you'd have to have is commitment to work. And the second thing is the right temperament. An NBA season spans 82 games over 6 months. There will inevitably be ups and downs. And how do you weather both of those things, Kevin?
Wiggins passes to Towns. There's the three. Barton with the rebound. And so it's Barton bringing it up for Denver. They lead by 1. They get it again. Jokic. And he uses the glass on the layup. 6 points for him.
The initial miss was the best thing that could have happened to them. He was in absolutely perfect position for the putback.
Minnesota calls timeout.
I think the one constant with Tom Thibodeau is you can always hear his voice the entire game. Doesn't matter if you're up 20 or down 20, you will hear Tom Thibodeau on the sideline.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Jokic. Trey Lyles comes in for Paul Millsap. Porter's checked in for Barton. And Thomas subbed in for Murray. And then for Minnesota, Gorgie Dang's checked in for Gibson. Jones comes in for Jimmy Butler. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Teague. And hearing Coach Tom Thibodeau, some have described his voice as part growl, part bark.
He's very intense, Kevin. And I think the one thing you know about Tom Thibodeau, he likes to say, there is a price to pay. It's all about the work you put in.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses.
And unfortunately, injuries will always be the concern with Derrick Rose. Still loves the game of basketball, knows he is limited compared to what he once was. Amazing with all he's fought through, he can still perform at such a high level.
And with Rose, as you said, his love of the game is still there. He still wants to play.
I mean, many players would have just walked away from having their body betray him. But Rose said last season he loves what he gets to do and still would be a water boy if he had to. You have to admire Rose's attitude and approach in that regard.
Well, the thought was Zhang would never be much of a scorer, but I think he's changing people's minds.
The putback, it's good on the putback. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Porter against Wiggins. Here's Towns. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Towns has got it all tied up now for the Timberwolves.
Well, late rotation by the defense, and Wiggins has the vision to find the open man.
Plumlee against Towns. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. The three from Thomas. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Don't have to be in a hurry. They can hold for the last one.
And I think that's exactly what you'll see here, right? They don't want the other team getting that final look.
Jones kicks to Towns. Just 3 on the clock. It's not going to go for him. It's all tied in Denver. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Boy, GA, how about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. The guards are Thomas and Harris. Plumlee out there with Trey Lyles. And it's Porter at the 3 spot. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets.
This, to me, is one area where Isaiah Thomas is so effective. This guy is accurate and confident in the mid-range.
Jones kicks to Towns. Towns is doubled. Outside Rose. to take the lead. Kept alive, Minnesota. Porter against Wiggins. Takes the three. Here's Jones. The kick out to Towns. They shoot again. And no good. Plumlee with some nice D. The Nuggets shooting well. They're at 45%. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Lyles got the lead up to 4 now for the Nuggets. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Pass to Wiggins. Left side, Gibson. 6 on the shot clock. The pass to Rose. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. A three-pointer. Wiggins doesn't get it to drop for him. Now Denver takes it the other way. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
For the Nuggets, Jokic has checked in for Plumlee. Millsap comes in for Trey Lyles. And Barton subbed in for Porter. Minnesota also with the sub. Butler, he's checked in for Jones. Double team on Millsap. And Harris wide open. He shoots. No good from outside.
That's as good a look as he's going to get beyond the arc, but there are no sure things from that range, even for him.
Passes it to Butler. Fires from deep. Sinks the three-pointer.
When Jimmy Butler is knocking down that three, it so unlocks the other aspects of his game. How about the concentration to score it from deep?
To the paint. Here's Millsap, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Wiggins finds Gibson. Back to Wiggins. To tie it up. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. Torrey Craig. He's checked in for the Nuggets. Murray comes in for Thomas. And a change for the Timberwolves. Teague's checked in. The Nuggets leading by 3. Murray right side. With the floater. And he lays it up and in.
Well, I'll tell you, it takes a lot of confidence to go with the floater. That is not as easy as it looks.
Three-pointer, Butler. Out of bounds, Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Torrey Craig. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Butler from outside. Excellent D there from Beasley.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
And Millsap slams it in.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
You know, a few more possessions like that one, and they can put the finishing touches on this game. They just have to have effective trips like that one.
Towns, the pass to Teague. Basket counts.
I'll tell you, Teague is fearless with big shots. He's someone you can count on in tough situations.
So the wing on the left. Here's Millsap. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
Lyles check in for Denver. That one misses for Paul Millsap.
And it's fair to say that Millsap has been very underrated throughout his career. A versatile, tenacious forward who quietly destroys whoever he plays.
That's a 2 from Butler. Paul Millsap with the rebound.
I'll tell you, his touch has been off all day, and now his judgment is starting to go by the wayside as well. That's a poor shot.
Offensive rebound. The shot's good from Nikola Jokic.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Oh, there's no doubt. This crowd is into it, and it's because of how well their guys have played tonight.
Teague for 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly. If they just play smart, this game's over. Yeah, easy call.
At the line for two.
And the first one drops.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard play.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
Yeah, you'd like to convert them all, but that should still be enough to secure the win.
Conley can't get it to go. Here's Murray.
Taking 2 shots.
Free throw good, Murray. And so Murray nails both of them.
Where the wheels come off, nerves seem to be playing a factor.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Mason, your game has expanded some, and what has that process been like?
You know, you just learn something new every game. You have to study your opponent and see what's going to be open, but some of the constants have to be rebound.